Hello. This is 10 minutes till dawn. This was something I was gonna do last Saturday when I did the otato sack number 4. But I forgot about it. I meant to do it live and I didn't. So I figured I'd do a video about it instead of waiting for it to come for the next otato sack, whenever that may be. Because there's a full version of this game coming out. So this is like the, I guess, free version. 10 minutes till dawn, obviously, as you can see by the title screen here. But very soon, the full version, 20 minutes till dawn, is going to be out in early access. So I figured I'd check the game out before the purchasable version is released. At least, you know, the early access version that you can spend real money on, because this version is free. I mean, anyone can play this, and maybe some people might find it interesting, maybe not. And if you think it's cool, you can always check it out yourself. So, you know, there's that. And if you really like it, you can always support the devs and buy the full version. So I feel like this is a kind of a cool time to check this game out. So this seems to be some kind of rogue-like type style game, rogue-lite. To me, this kind of has similar vibes as Vampire Survivor, except Vampire Survivor, you don't control your own attacks in that game, whereas this, you do. And this is really my initial reaction. I haven't played this game yet at all. It's funny, I had a video on Vampire Survivor that I did. I actually recorded it before I did the Resident Evil 3 stuff. But to me, I was like, I just felt like I was too sick to really make a like a good video that people would want to watch about that game. And also, I felt like there wasn't a lot of substance to the game, and I didn't really like what it was doing because there wasn't, like, I don't know how to put it, but basically Vampire Survivor doesn't really have a whole lot of game to it, at least to me, not enough where I would want to watch someone play. And so I kind of felt like after I made the video, I'm thinking, well, I wouldn't watch it, you know? So I didn't really think anyone who watches me would want to watch it, because I don't know, maybe you would. It's gone now, so it's never going to be watched by anyone. But I try to keep a litmus test of videos that I like, or the videos that I make, rather, is it's pretty simple, and I think I would assume that a lot of content creators, or, you know, streamers or let's players, whatever you want to call me, have I would hope that many would have a similar standard, because I don't think it's that much of a standard. I only am interested in making or releasing stuff that I would watch myself if someone else did it. I do sometimes kind of glance through my own videos, not really as a sort of like narcissistic thing. I just try to pick up on behaviors that I don't like, you know, like if I do something where I'm like, I don't really know if I'd watch a video if someone kept doing this. I try to be aware of things that might be a little annoying to some people, I guess you could say. One of the things I really try to crack down on myself is my usage of the word like. It's been an ongoing battle forever for me. as far back as the Wind Waker, at least, I have been annoyed with myself for saying like so much, and I still do it. Sometimes more than others. And maybe that doesn't bother some people who watch, but it kind of bothers me that I do it. And I wanna stop doing that. But to me, this game already feels much more engaging than Vampire Survivors because of just the simple fact that I control my own attacks. That really goes like a long way into making me find a game fun. And it really is similarly brainless, but just the mere act of deciding where my shots go, I think make me more interested in the game. And also I like how the sessions are more, instead of just trying to survive as long as possible, you have a time limit. Like this is just 10 minutes. Sorry, I like try not to hiccup and yawn at the same time. While mid-sentence, it's simply amazing that these things happen as soon as I start recording. Yeah, kind of recording late today, so I figured I'd do like a quick little one-off for this. I figured, you know, I wouldn't maybe record this for much longer than I would have if I had done it on the Otato Sack on Saturday night. But I think I still want to give it the opportunity to have a spotlight because, simply put, it's a game very much like Vampire Survivor, and I think it's much more interesting. And, you know, and Vampire Survivor was something that really blew up and got really popular. And this game, I think, could have maybe gotten a little bit more of a spotlight itself. But simply didn't. Okay, so Diamond starts with high HP, and it's cool, you can unlock different guns too, so it's different characters and weapons to unlock, and really it's just based on having these points and not challenges like Vampire Survivor, which I think Vampire Survivor maybe is a little bit more interesting in that regard, with having to kind of try to complete challenges, but at the same time it makes it feel almost RNG reliant, and having like the right combo for with the right character and stuff. And I feel like some characters are better suited for different maps just based on what item they start with or what weapon. It's like an interesting format of having this just swarm game. I don't know what this genre is. It's like twin stick shooter, horde mode, rogue-lite. It's is this gonna be the next like Isaac, you know, this formula? I don't think there's been like a game in the rogue-like genre that sort of has been as influential as The Binding of Isaac. I know a lot of people are very upset with how people will call those games rogue-likes when they're more mechanically inspired, I guess, by the roguelike genre than really an actual roguelike, if that makes sense. Like the permadeath and random procedural generation stuff is sort of there, but it's not as... The randomness sort of isn't as in-depth as in Rogue, because Rogue, just by the nature of it being like an ASCII game, you know, like ASCII dungeon crawler, it's much different. Oh wow, you can even get max HP. I'm gonna go with Frost Mage along with Pyro. That should be interesting. And you know, just the way how like Isaac is randomly stitched together like prefab rooms, right? And then you know, it's populated with enemies, and I think some of the enemy spawns are kind of tied to what kind of room it is. So really, as RNG dependent as Isaac is, there's a pattern you learn to how it is generated. So it's not like truly random. Because there's only so many assets in the game, and you know, each expansion has done a good job of adding more to the mix, so it can be a little bit more random. But it's not perfectly random, and really you can't expect it to be. But still, I'm not going to say it's responsible for creating the roguelike genre, because I'm not... Or rogue-lite genre, I should say. Right, light? I don't know if I said like or light earlier, but I do mean light, as people have come to call it, which I don't even know if that's like the best term for it, but it's a lot easier to say, you know, permadeath games inspired by Rogue or whatever. Because I don't know, how many of them are even really inspired by Rogue anymore? But it has the same, like, DNA, or someone was inspired by Rogue once and then it inspired someone else, and you know, who inspired who and who's responsible for what anymore. But I think a lot of the RNG dependent or reliant sort of games that exist nowadays sort of have Isaac as like a common denominator in terms of like what inspired them. Which is fine by me. I love that game. So any more games that can be good and be inspired and, you know, remind me of that game, the better. But again, this specific genre of game that I don't even know what to call it, that Vampire Survivors and, you know, 10 Minutes to Dawn or 20 Minutes to Dawn, I guess whenever that comes out in the next couple days. As I record it, you know, earlier today they said to be out in like 48 hours, so by the time this video is released, which would be Tuesday, it'll be, what, 24 hours till the game's out, I guess. But this seems to be like the next popular thing. Maybe? I don't know. Vampire Survivors really blew up. That's why I'm thinking this kind of game might catch on. I don't know if this will be able to get the same sort of hype or excitement around it that Vampire Survivors did, which I kind of hope it can, because this game's cool. And if, you know, 20 Minutes Till Dawn can do even better, like, that'd be cool. I really don't know anything else to say. It's just cool, you know? I mean, it's fun. Again, I find it much more engaging than Vampire Survivors. Not to keep comparing this game to that game, because I think it deserves to kind of stand on its own right, but really, that's kind of the closest thing I can think of to this. Like, maybe you should go for double shot. Man, one thing I think I'd really like from this game, though, is like a dodge roll. But I'm kind of a sucker for dodge rolls in video games, I think. I get that chest. Oh shit. Close. I always seem to get to that 4-minute mark. But I can buy a new gun now. Do I want the... Let's see. Bullet damage increase when you stand still. Flame burn enemies for 3 damage per second. That's very... very low damage. I'll try out the shotgun. So diamond with the shotgun. Oh, okay, that range is very slow. And this is a double barrel. That should be interesting. I wonder if there's like capacity increases you can get. Can't tell if the reload is faster. What if I get double shot with the shotgun? What does that look like? I don't think that really did much. Don't know. Maybe double shot is to be avoided if you're using a shotgun. So it seems like all I really succeed in doing is lowering the amount of damage I do. Quick hands. Yeah, I'll probably want that, to be honest. Should do a lot of reloading with the shotgun. Armed and ready, reload rate, maxing. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, that's a lot better now. Also, I love the graphics of this game. I think it has like a cool sort of almost Game Boy-ish look to it, I think. With the color palette, with it being like blue and green, but it just has that that splash of red. I guess the white too, but that really, I guess, kind of elevate it visually to make it a little bit more interesting than just like a straight up Game Boy palette. And I really like it. Like, I dig it. It's a small detail. I think a lot of people wouldn't give a shit, and probably rightfully so, but I don't know. I think some nice sprite work. Because it's I don't know, to me, again, my problem with Vampire Survivor seems to be, to me, it's not as visually interesting, and I feel like all I can think about when I play that game is how much it's clear that the developer is kind of, I almost want to say ripping off Castlevania, but it sounds like I'm shitting on the game. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Vampire Survivor, because I played it for like 4 hours straight in one sitting. But I don't know how much I really like it. I feel like it assaults you with dopamine for not really doing much of anything. Like, and you can argue, you know, that's just what a video game is, but I don't know. I guess just the idea that you don't really control the game and fire. Yeah, like, all you really do in Vampire Survivors is walk. You know, the game handles all of the attacking on its own. Like, it's all automatic. If you played the game, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you like that, then, you know, that's what you like. Personally, I don't like it, but I find the game very addicting, despite not really being a huge fan of it. And I think I think that's what makes me sort of, I don't know, anti-Vampire Survivors, because I can feel myself being manipulated into playing it. I mean, I guess it's like a cheap little nothing game, you know? Like, if you just want something to do to pass the time. I mean, this kind of fills that niche too, but I think it's able to do so in a way that I find much more entertaining. Maybe I want haste. But yeah, shotgun feels like the way to go. And you see, like, the treasure chest, it isn't as flashy in this game, which personally I like, because again, I see the flashiness of Vampire Survivors and I go, like, I'm being manipulated with bright colors and beeps and boops. Also, that's like the only time the music changes in a level is when you open a chest. Again, I feel like I want this game to be able to stand on its own merit, but I can't help but compare it to Vampire Survivors and as a way to demonstrate how I think this is the better game, which I kind of feel bad about that because I don't think the developer of this game would want to tear down like another developer, and I don't want to tear down a developer either, to be completely honest. Guns, splinters, enemies explode into 3. Yes. Oh my god. That is so awesome. Did the chest just drop? Oh, that makes this segment so much easier. I say as this, whatever this is, I'm gonna call it a unicorn, destroys me utterly. Can I get... I want to do less damage. Frost Mage, I guess. Oh, and I died. Oh, damn, I always die here. But I leveled up like a lot more. That's cool. I think shotgun is really the way to go. I think I'll try one more time with... every third shot, throw out a wave of fire that burns enemies. Right-click to summon a shadow clone that attacks nearby enemies. Shadow clone deals damage equal to your bullet damage. Okay. Oh, you know, alright, I'll do 2 more so I can unlock another character before I do so. I just, to me it kind of sucks that it's like, I can have to show you more of the same, but I guess I did 2 of, with the revolver, so 2 runs with the shotgun, and then I can do a little bit more after that. So I'm not getting double shot this time, I'll get power shot. So you gotta learn from my mistakes. This double shot didn't really do much. That's not the way to go with the shotgun. Honestly, if I could go back, I would say I'd much rather would have covered this than Diablo Immortal on Saturday night. I think, especially starting with Diablo Immortal, maybe is a bit of a low point to start with, but with me, at least, I wanted to start with trash. That way, anyone coming in late, they're not really missing like anything amazing. I was just trying to be fair to maybe people who couldn't show up live. Like right away or at all. And then with the VOD, I try to do the chapters that way. If you're not interested in a game that I have in the otato sec, you can just skip it and you go to the next one if you're not into it. Which is definitely a plus for VODs versus live. Because if you're live, then you have to stick around and watch something you don't like and hope something you like comes up, or you just turn it off. But I wonder how many people use the chapter feature on YouTube. Like if they don't like a particular part of the video, they'll skip ahead to the next chapter versus just turning the video off. I'd like to see if that statistic. I don't know if YouTube can track that, or if there is a way to see it. I can see like retention rates and see, you know, when people stop watching. I kind of wish with the retention rates on YouTube I could see how many people, because you can see how many unique viewers there are, but I want to see if someone picked a video back up, like how many times they did that, you know? Because I do wonder with the long form videos how many people who come back end up finishing it. Because I know, like, especially like hour long or multiple hours long, like especially with stream VODs being like 3+ hours sometimes. Like how many people actually watch it through to the end? If they're not watching it live. Or how many people who saw it live will continue watching the VOD if they missed everything. That's what kind of interests me. And it's not really because it's like, oh, you know, I need to perform better, you know, like I want maximum growth. Like that doesn't really interest me too much. I think I'm just kind of interested. Like I want to know just for my own curiosity. Because again, I make the kind of stuff that I like to watch. And I like watching long videos that I can kind of stop watching and pick up again later. You know, or I can just leave on in the background and sort of have it as noise. So, I would assume that maybe a lot of people, or maybe some of the people, I don't know. I don't want to say a lot, but I'm sure there has to be some number of people who would watch me for the same or similar reasons if they do watch me, you know? Which, if you do, you have exquisite taste. I'm just surprised you're not watching someone better. But hey, not everyone always covers the same games, you know? Oh my god, this is getting good. See, this game needs something like Onion. Onion is way too OP. Not this shit again. This is the enemy that makes me wish I had a dodge roll. Vitality +1 because I know I'm about to take damage. That's a nice little chain reaction. Increase ball damage when you get hit. Nah, I don't want the giant max, but maybe? That could be a bad idea. Just need this fucker to die. Ooh, choose an upgrade. Tome of power, ball damage, ball size. Very basic. Fire speed spread, Tomb of summoning, summon damage. Oh, Tome of Rage. Yeah, this is getting a little interesting now. That was a serious nerf to my damage, though. Holy crap. I know it's minus 50%, but... Damn, sucker. I think that growth one was a mistake, though. Yeah. Oh, man. Got a lot closer to making it, though. Alright, I definitely won't make it as far with one of these characters, but... I'm gonna try out Hina, because the shadow clone sounds interesting. And right-clicking... makes a shadow clone? Oh, I see how that works. Okay. So I can go like that, and then... That'll definitely come in handy once they really start surrounding me. But hey, it's a dodge, sort of. That's really cool. That's kind of what I was asking for. Just, you know, on a character that I can't take damage with, so I just have to get good. It does make me wonder if I can dodge through enemies. I'm a little afraid to try. Yeah, see, now it's like when that, I think, really can start to shine. Armed and ready. Okay. Like just a little bit extra damage output, and I can just kind of camp around it. Let's grab Vitality +1. Just kind of give myself that wiggle room. Okay, looks like you can't kind of dodge through enemies. Unless that was just poor timing on my part. But if there is a gap, you can very quickly make it through, and that's nice. Power shot... Holy Shield, I think. Don't know what the meta perks are. So if you're at 10 minutes until dawn expert, then... and I'm not doing it right, then apologies. I just thought the game looked kind of neat. Maybe I'll go with Electro Mage. Oh, ow. No bueno. Oh, damn. Okay, this is not good. Summon a magic dagger. I don't know how much further I'm gonna make it. Cool character, but you definitely have to be good at the game. Maybe the shotgun just isn't the right weapon to have with her. So that kind of limits you to having to really deal with close range combat. Ah, shit. I was just about to dodge. As you can see, my shadow clone's there. So I kind of want to see what the other character does, but I also want to show off one more weapon, but let's go with Scarlet. That's kind of cool. I like that ability. Gives you a little bit more range to work with if you're using the shotgun. Let's go with Ghost Friend. Yeah, I like how the familiars do the auto attacks, though. That is nice, where you can just kind of focus on your own attacks. And I'm sure it gives you the freedom to make builds where you just focus on, kind of, I guess, having like really powerful familiars. I like the Holy Shield. Maybe a Holy Shield isn't good because does it come back? I haven't really noticed. I might just be trash and die before it comes back. Oh, well, I guess we can see. Unless I die. Hope I don't. In sync. Yeah, this has a similar thing with, again, as I felt with Vampire Survivors, where I very much have like a one more like round feeling, and I think part of that is because of just how bite-sized it feels. I don't really feel like I'm spending too much time with it, and then like I look at OBS, I'm like, oh, it's already been over half an hour. And I don't know how much anyone would really want to watch like an hour plus of this, so it is a little repetitive. It's also kind of on my end because I'm not using a lot of different weapons, but I'm trying to make up for that with different characters towards the end here. Let's try light weaponry. Notice that if Divine Shield comes back, it isn't exactly quick. That might be like a one and done thing. Oh. Could move for a second there. If only I can make it to the end of a whole 10 minutes. Let's see. Sharpen, fresh clip. It's not a clamp. Let's do armed and ready. Faster fire. I don't mean firing the gun, I mean shooting the fireballs or whatever you want to call it. Okay, Divine Shield does come back. Good to know. Does it come back after you take damage, maybe? See, these games just kind of exist around kiting so that you can get the XP that all the enemies have been dropping. Vengeful Ghost. I like that. And my ghost also has a shotgun. I mean, I guess on one hand I like how leveling up is a little bit more like strategic, because you don't just get free levels, but on the other hand, like, I guess it does kind of suck. That's cool, because I do a lot of reloading with this gun, so any effect that happens with reloading is kind of like a plus. Oh, close. Oh, damn. Well, now I just gotta hope I can survive. Oh. Perfectly timed. Do I try one more time with a different weapon? Right. No, I cannot, because I can't afford any. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess that's where I'll end it there. In whatever case, this game is actually pretty fun. I like it a lot. It's definitely, to me, it seems like a pretty cool sort of time waster. So, if you want, you can check out this version that's free. Try it yourself, see if you like it, and if you do, you can maybe consider supporting the developer with the full version if you so feel like it, if you're so inclined. I think I will keep an eye out for the full version, and you know, if I think it's a reasonable price, I might pick it up myself, and maybe I can do an expanded video on that and compare this and the full version and see what they added and if it's worth the money versus the free version here. So if that happens, you'll definitely see a video about it here on this channel. I probably won't do it from the very beginning because I think that would be a little redundant, because I would imagine the beginning of the full version will be much like the beginning of this free version, with trying to unlock different things, so maybe then I can show you some of the different stuff. So that might be exciting. So anyway, I don't want to hold you up on the main menu too long, because that's probably not very entertaining. So thanks for sticking around to the end, and I really appreciate your support and your viewership. I hope you enjoyed, and you have a great day or night, and bye.